Hi, everyone. For those of you who, I just want to say happy President's Day, and I'm so excited to be doing this live with you tonight. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sandy Sandler, and I'm the inventor of the Bowdabra Bow Maker. We're going to show you how to make a bunch of different projects using the Bowdabra. First thing that I'm going to do is just show, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Bowdabra, let's just go to the overhead camera here. There are springs underneath here, and it's going to automatically adjust to whatever I put into it. So that's our Bowdabra here. And we have a mini Bowdabra, which is pretty much the same thing as a regular Bowdabra, just much smaller. So you can use them both exactly the same way. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to make a big Mardi Gras door swag. So I'm going to take my Bowdabra bow wire, and I'm going to cut a piece that's long enough that it can basically be folded in half. Now I have to find my scissors. Oh, here they are. So it can be folded in half. And hi, everybody. Oh, I also want to thank everybody so much for shopping at Bowdabra.com and buying our beautiful ribbons from there, and also the Bowdabras. So I'm going to fold this in half and lay it down into my Bowdabra and just tuck the ends underneath. Then what I'm going to do is take my 21-inch wide mesh, and hi, Karen from Texas. And I'm going to, oh, and everybody, don't forget to let us know where you're watching from. And we're going to make up what we call our scrunchy style bow. So all I'm doing is just scrunching my mesh into my Bowdabra. So it's really, really simple. And we'll just keep scrunching it in here. And I'll just scrunch the rest down in there. Then I'm going to take my purple, and we're just going to scrunch this in and give everything a good scrunch here. And everybody, thank you so much for liking and sharing. And then what I'm going to do is take my beads, and we're just going to lay the beads, whoops, might be easier to do them all at once, but I'm just going to lay my beads down in here and take these beads here, and they're all tangled up, and lay these down here, and just lay my gold in, and lay my purple, and go ahead and lay these down in here, and take another gold, lay that down, and then finish off with my green. We have all the Mardi Gras colors here. And then I love these filler flowers. So I'm just going to lay those down, and I'm just going to alternate with the green and the purple. And I mean the yellow and the purple. I'm looking at the color of the leaves versus the color of the flowers. And now I'm just going to take some of our Mardi Gras ribbon and lay this down in here, and just lay this down in here. So you can see we can put a lot into the Bowdabra because it basically it's going to hold everything in there. So it makes it much easier to make a bow or a swag, being able to put flowers in it, which you can't do with any other bow maker. And it saves your fingers as well. So we're just going to fold this back and forth, and I'm just looping it. And I don't have to twist because this ribbon is the same on both sides, but sometimes I'll twist when it's a really big bow because I feel like it shapes a little bit better. But this ribbon doesn't really need to be twisted because it's going to just shape perfectly. So, and we'll fold this over here. And I'm just going to keep folding it So all we're doing here is folding. Normally we would fold and twist, like I said, so you have the right side of the ribbon on the outside of the loop. But because this ribbon is kind of bouncy, I don't need to twist it. So now that we're getting up to the top, though, I'm actually going to twist, just so that it'll shape a little bit better for me. So we're just going to fold it here, twist it, fold it back. And now I'm going to look for my wand and give everything a really good scrunch down and pull that out. So don't forget, let us know where you're watching from. And thank you, everybody, for joining me. For those of you who aren't familiar with our lives, every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern, we go live with a half an hour how to use the Bowdabra show. So, hello, Snappy Lobster Maria. And I'm going to separate the ends, bring it around to the back, and I'm going to just take this here and tie a knot. Whoops, my head's getting in here. So we're just going to tie a knot and double knot it. And now we'll just shape it out. Whoops, looks like we lost a flower. And just shape it. And pull it here. So let me know whether you have the mini Bowdabra or the regular Bowdabra. And we'll go to the front camera and show you the finished bow. Isn't that pretty? And so super simple to make in the Bowdabra. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go from big to little. We're going to make a headband for a little girl, doing a scrunchy bow, but we're going to use tulle for that bow. So I'll put this aside. I'm going to take my Bowdabra and take my silver Bowdabra bow wire, and I'm going to cut a piece here. So I just need it long enough that I can fold it in half and put it into the Bowdabra, tuck the ends underneath, and now I'm going to take my tulle here and just scrunch it in. And this is the same, so what we're going to be giving away tonight is our scrunchy ribbon. So it comes in gold and silver and red, and you can make this same kind of bow using our scrunchy ribbon. And so we've got a couple of different colors here. Just going to scrunch in the tulle. So this is a really neat way to make a little girl's hair bow with tulle. And just scrunch that all down in here. Take this one, and the more that you put in, the more full your bow's going to be. So I'm just going to scrunch everything in here and take my wand, give it a good push, and thank you, Maria. I love doing these lives. It's so much fun. And we have such a loyal audience that watches every week. That's so great. So now what I'm going to do is just bring this around to the back and try to get through my tulle here and find the center, which I'm not finding very easily here. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to tie a knot. So you can see why we folded in half, because that way we have, and I'm going to knot it again. Then I'm going to take my headband and go to where the seam is, and I'm going to go from the outside in and go back over the seam because I want this to be tied not next to the little girl's head. And we'll pull the wire through here. And then what I'll do is I'll just tie a knot, tie another knot, and then I'm just going to cut it tight there. And now you have this adorable little headband that's so super easy to make. Isn't that cute and so easy? And you can make them in every color for all different outfits. So I'm going to put this aside. And now I think what I'll do is make a wreath. So I'm going to take my wreath frame and sort of put that out of the way. And got this here. My ribbon out. And now what I'll do is take my my silver Bowdabra bow wire. And again, I'm going to do the same thing that I always do, which is that I'm going to cut it long enough so that I can tie it onto the wreath frame, and also so that I can fold it in half and tuck it underneath my Bowdabra bow, my Bowdabra. So now the first thing that I'm going to do is lay my orchids in here. And I want to lay this in first. So my leaves in first, then my orchid. And then what I'll do is take my tails, lay those in. And I'm going to lay this down in here. So we've already dovetailed the ends. And I'm going to lay this down in here. And just place this down there. So it's really simple. And now I've got about maybe 1.5 yards. So I'm going to now just fold, and this one we're going to have to twist because we want the right side of the ribbon on the outside of our loop. So we'll make that there and fold and twist. So it's all I'm doing here is just, folding and twisting. And yeah, that hair bow is great for little girls. And it's great because the tool is so inexpensive that you can make it for pretty much any outfit that will match. And so now I'll just lay this down in here. And I'm going to now take this ribbon. I love these spring ribbons. They're so pretty. And twist. So all I'm doing here again is I'm folding, twisting, and scrunching it into. So I'm twisting it about 180 degrees. So I'm going to now twist it, lay it down into the Bowdabra, fold and twist, and fold and twist, and fold and twist. And now we can do a little button loop, which is basically just a half of a loop. And now I'll take my wand. And what I love about this is you can make these really simply, and you don't have to worry about how much you put into the Bowdabra. And now I'm going to just, you don't have to use glue, a hot glue gun or anything like that, because you can put all of your florals right into the Bowdabra, which makes it a lot safer, and so you don't need a messy glue pot or anything like that. And now I'm just going to hold it, tie it off, and I'm going to shape it here. And shape this. Bring my tails going down. Shape my flowers. So it's like a one-step wreath that we're making. And I'm going to now just tie this onto my wreath. And we'll just, this is my trick, is I always twist the wire before I tie it on, so that way it gets really tight and snug. Oh, whoops, you can't even see what I'm doing. So what I did is I just twisted the wire so that it's snug, and I can just tie a little bow here. That's what I love about this wire. And now let me finish shaping. And we'll clip this because I don't need that extra piece here. Button loop in the center. And you can see how pretty and how super simple this was to make. And again, no hot glue needed. So isn't that pretty? I'll leave it this way for you to see it. So now what I'm going to do is make a cute little St. Patrick's Day bow, because we're actually getting up to St. Patrick's Day time. Can't even believe it. So, and I think I'm going to try to use the mini for this one. So this is what we call our scrap bow. So you can use ribbon, and I think I'm going to use my gold Bowdabra bow wire. And yeah, you can purchase the Bowdabras on Amazon or at Hobby Lobby. And Hobby Lobby also has the Bowdabra bow wire, and so does Amazon. So, and now I'm going to just let's stick this underneath. And I'm just going to, now we've already cut these and dovetailed the ends. So all I'm doing here, just laying in here. And take this and lay this down in here. So you can see how really simple this is to make. And I'm doing it in the mini. The mini will hold quite a bit. And this also could be a cute little spiky hair bow as well. So it's pretty simple to make. And scrunch that down. I'm going to fill up the mini with as much as we can fit. And then to finish this one off, I'm just going to make a little scrunchy bow right down in the center. So that's kind of like a little flower in the center. And take my wand, give everything a good push. And now I'm going to take my wire and put this here, pull it out. Then I do the same thing we always do, which is separate the ends, bring it around to the back. And this would be nice. You could tie this onto a small wreath as well for a St. Patrick's Day wreath. So how many of you are already doing all your St. Patrick's Day decorating or your Mardi Gras decorating? I can't believe it. We're already in February, almost in March. It's crazy. The time just goes by so fast. And just kind of shape that. You can see how absolutely simple that was to make. And you're just upcycling. You're just upcycling your projects. So, and thank you everybody who shared. We really, really appreciate it. And now I'm going to take this, put this aside, and we're going to make a funky bow. So I've got my ribbon all pre-cut. And I think I'm going to use my gold because there's a lot of yellow in this ribbon. And this can also make a very cute little wreath bow as well. And it's just a different technique where we're basically making a whole bunch of like awareness ribbons. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to twist it, lay it down into my Bowdabra. I think I'm going to lay it down into my Bowdabra and bring it back over. And I'm not worried if I have different length tails. I think it'll look pretty either way. So I'm going to twist it. Whoops, I'm going to do it the other way though. Twist it and lay this down into my Bowdabra and twist this here. Let's go ahead to the overhead camera. Move my mini out of the way. Put the wand in so I don't lose it. Because if those of you who know, wands are very easy, especially when you to misplace. We're just going to go back and forth and just scrunch this in. So it's all this is just a bunch of awareness ribbons. So it's super simple to make. And I'm just going the loop on one side and then doing the loop on the other side. Scrunch that down in there. And then I'm going to come here, do my tail, and bring this back around. And bring this one here, twist it, bring it back over here. So it's super, super simple. And fold it back over. And do one more. Bring that here. And then it seems like I'm doing a lot of scrunchy centers. So we're just going to take this ribbon here. And it's a nice alternative to doing a button loop. So how many of you have the original Bowdabra that came with the VHS tape? That's pretty old. It's been quite a while. Now we're going to scrunch this down. Whoops. And take my wire, bring it up, this wire here. And for those of you who are just watching for the first time, we do this live every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern. And if you're watching the replay, please let me know that you're watching the replay. And that way we can say hi to you and know that you're watching us on a replay versus on the live. And pull this through. And every week we do a prize. You just have to tell us where you're watching from. And we've done everything from giving away Bowdabras, scrunchy ribbon, and even Bowdabra bow wire. So isn't that pretty? And it's super, super simple and quick to make. So doesn't that make a beautiful wreath bow? And that's what we call our funky bow. So now I'm going to put my funky bow aside. And we're going to make another swag. Okay, now we'll go back up to the overhead camera. And I'm going to take my silver Bowdabra bow wire, fold it in half, and just bear with me for 1 second here. So I'm going to just fold my wire in half, lay it down into my Bowdabra, and just tuck the ends underneath. Then I'm going to take my leaves, and then I'm going to just make another little scrunchy bow with my 10-inch wide mesh. Got maybe a yard, a little over a yard of it. And we're just going to scrunch this down in here. And that's the neat thing with these scrunchy bows, is that anybody can do it. They're so, so simple to make. And I love all the spring colors that we're using today. So, and I'm going to take now this ribbon here. And we're just going to make sure that you have a little bit on the end so that it won't fall out of the Bowdabra as it starts popping out on me. The mesh is, it really, everything pops out. So, because the mesh wants to pop up. How do you order the wire? You can order the wire at Bowdabra.com, or you can order it if on Amazon. So, and I, want to just send out a real heartfelt thanks to everybody who orders from Bowdabra.com. We really appreciate it. So now I'm just going to take this ribbon. So I love how you can mix and match the colors of the ribbon. Make sure you have the right side up. And twist. I'm so excited too. I don't know if you guys have noticed the difference, but we got new cameras, and our new cameras are 4K. So it's a really high quality, which I just love. So now we're just going to twist it, fold it, and twist, and bring this down in here, and then I'm going to lay my little orchid right down in the center. Take my wand, give everything a good push. I think, let me go back here, I think we may have had a winner. Congratulations to Karen from Texas, who's watching us on YouTube. Congratulations, Karen. And if you have Facebook, you can PM us on Facebook, or you can just email us at connect@bowdabra.com. And you have to let me know your mailing address, and also whether you want the gold, the silver, or the red scrunchy ribbon. So we're going to pull this out. Separate the ends. Bring this around. And so you can see how easy it is to make all different kinds of projects with your Bowdabra. And I'm just going to take my flower and hide the stem. Bring this here. And this could be easily added to a wreath. So pretty. It'd be beautiful spring, or makes a really pretty lantern swag. So congratulations, Karen. And now I'm going to put this aside. And we'll go back up to the front-facing camera. And for those of you who joined us late, we'll show you what we made, and you can watch on the replay. We've got this really pretty swag. Then we have our funky bow, which I think came out really pretty, and it's super simple to make. And then we have our scrap bow, which is great for upcycling your pieces of ribbon. And then we have our, oops, everything gets stuck on the, if it's not on the grapevine, it's on the mesh. So we have our really pretty, let me put this so you can see it, this pretty wreath. We'll put this aside. And then we have our big Mardi Gras bow, which I just love. And this would make a beautiful door swag. Put that there. And our cute little hair bow, which is super sweet. And it looks adorable on a little girl. So I can't believe our half hour went by so quickly. Thank you again so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook so you'll be notified when we go live. And every Wednesday, we have a new video that comes out. So that way you'll be notified when our Wednesday video goes live. And also, make sure that you check out bowdabra.com/blog, where we have thousands of tutorials. And on YouTube, we have over 750 or almost 800 videos. So we have a lot of videos on our YouTube and on our blog. So I want to thank everybody so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.